April and head into May, I think there's some huge changes coming on the way, and some might say this is a bit of a dreaded weather pattern. May is notorious for being stuck. We get these weather patterns that move in, and then it's almost like we just can't change things. And I think that's where we're headed, and I'm going to show you what we're talking about. This is a quick look at where the upper level pattern is right now. We've got a decent ridge in the east, and that's going to stick around through the week. That's going to keep temperatures above average. In fact, we're going to, after this brief cool down, we're going to really warm up across the northeast. This is our troublemaker heading into today, tomorrow, maybe even into Friday. As it kicks to the east, out ahead of it, we're going to see some thunderstorms. Some of them could be severe today across Texas, and then we're watching things really start to shift up. Now, we got this ridge building across the Pacific Northwest. Here is one of the players, and here's the second. It's this trough that's digging in across the central United States. The deal is this cold air aloft is going to get cut off. It's going to get separated from the main flow, and I think there's going to be two areas of this, one across the west, one across the east. Now, exactly where these are going to cut off, I think, are still to be determined, but this is a dreaded setup. I've seen this before. It's not crazy unusual. It's never happened before. Oh my gosh, this is wild. I mean, I can tell you multiple years. In May of 1997, this was the case across the Ohio Valley. We had a cutoff low just like this, but it sat around for a week or more, and it just stayed cold and chilly. And we've got another one across the far southwest. That's going to bring, I'm telling you what, this one is something to watch heading into the weekend. It could bring some snow levels for this time of year pretty low into the mountains of Southern California, maybe even northern Arizona. And now you've got this cutoff low here, another one across the southwest, two pieces of energy just spinning, separated from the main flow, which is kind of to the north. So with this weak steering pattern in the jet stream aloft, we could be stuck with this for a while until we finally get either we modify the air mass with the warm March sun, or we end up just seeing the weather pattern shift up, but it may take a few days. Okay, here's where we are today. Severe weather across Texas. It does include Dallas-Fort Worth, over to Texarkana, a good chunk of Texas too, and I'm telling you, there could even be some stronger storms further north up along the Ohio River into the Mississippi Valley here. The strongest risk for tornadoes, though, today would be across Texas. The tornado outlook is hatched out here from Dallas-Fort Worth east over to Texarkana. A significant risk of some tornadoes, especially as we head into the afternoon and evening hours. And that tornado risk isn't zero. It goes down some into Arkansas, but it does include parts of Kentucky, Indiana, Illinois, Missouri too, and southern parts of Oklahoma. There could be some strong tornadoes as we head through the day today. Tomorrow, that threat shifts a little bit further to the south, also to the east as well, and further to the north and east too. We had some severe weather yesterday across parts of the northeast. I think we see more as we head into Thursday, pretty much from Buffalo down to Erie, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Columbus, Louisville, all the way south to Memphis, and then along that front into the deep south. And our day 3 outlook looks a little bit different, not really looking too rough. There could be a few strong storms, though, across Texas. All right, let's move ahead in time and let's talk about what we're looking at. And by the way, this is what we're looking like today. This is the upper level jet streak we've got swinging through Texas and Oklahoma. This would be our severe weather instigator through the evening hours, and then overnight that pushes off to the east. Now let's look at our overall outlook for the country. We'll talk about the precipitation, where you can expect rain. Let's take a look at this a different way. How about we zoom in a little bit closer? We'll start here in the east first. And then we'll work our way across the central United States. We'll shake the video up today just a little bit. Quite a bit of rain shower activity across Missouri, Illinois through the day into tonight and then into Thursday, another wet day as low pressure moves toward the Great Lakes. A few showers here into the mid-Atlantic. We're dry here into the northeast as we see changing conditions, though. Rain chances increase heading into Thursday as our area of low pressure moves now into southern Ontario. Out ahead of it, warmer air moves north. Temperatures are on the way up, but so will the precipitation chances. They're going to head up as well. Now as we move into Friday, cold front moving south, really kind of stalling out here. Now we've got a decent trough digging through the Great Lakes. With this, some cooler temperatures. I don't know how long the rain will last here. It looks like it's going to be pretty progressive, at least through the Great Lakes, and then pushing all the way to the coast as we head into Sunday and then into Monday. Now this is the GFS. It tells a little bit of a different story. It wants to cut this low off here across the far southern United States and keep the rain into Florida. However, The overnight European, a little bit of a different story. This is where things get really different, and I'm talking about that look of misery here with us cut off low over Kentucky and Tennessee, and then you get moisture that just kind of pinwheels around it. Underneath this cold pool of air will be cloudy, damp conditions. Again, kind of the dreaded May look that we may end up seeing. Let's move back across the central U.S. This is where the big storms will be today into tonight, and then cold air across the Rockies. Still some snow flying into Wyoming and Colorado. We do see drying conditions here across the southern plains as we head now into Thursday, at least drier. More showers and storms possible, scattered in nature, though. And then overall, we start to see some drying conditions across the northern plains into the Great Lakes as we head into Saturday. As high pressure builds in here at the surface, winds turn more southerly on the backside of this, so our temperatures warm up as we see that our ridge start to build in the upper levels. So warmer temperatures for the west and also into the Rockies. And then now we're looking at the influence of that upper low. You can start to see it move into the picture here, heading into Sunday, also into Monday, as that plows into the west. And this is going to be a big weather maker across the west, too, because we're going to see some really cold temperatures. Let's take a look at the GFS, and I'll show you what it's printing out. It's got this upper low that's swinging through the southwest right now. That's going to bring a few showers. Otherwise, not a lot of action, especially up across the northern Rockies. We're fairly dry here as high pressure holds on. But here comes this cold core of air. This is a pretty chilly upper low. I mean, really impressive for this time of year. This could bring some severe weather maybe into California. I'm telling you, watch this heading into the weekend, Sunday into Monday. Heavy rain, maybe some heavy mountain snow out of this. And dare I say, maybe some snow up toward Flagstaff. I don't know how low those snow levels will be. I mean, we are talking about May 5th, not uncommon for this part of the country, at least into the mountains, but certainly below average across the west with rain and snow showers sticking around at least through the early part of next week. And here's that upper low. Again, what's going to happen with it? Does it spin out? Does it kick out into the plains? Is it our next big severe weather maker? I think all this is to be determined. These upper lows are very difficult to forecast on the models because they don't handle it very well. It's like something spinning in the middle of a stream, and the models are trying to pick up how strong will the main current be? Will it move it out? Will it stay off, cut off? I think all this is to be determined, but something worth watching over the next several weeks. All right, guys, thanks for watching the live stream. If you're just picking it up, it's at the very end. You can back it up, watch it from the beginning. If you missed any of these streams, you subscribe. You can always come back and check the video out at your leisure. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great Wednesday. See you next time.